Everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope all of you had a wonderful weekend. In today's video, we're going to talk about a stock that may go crazy next week and why y'all should keep it on your watch list. I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions like we always do here on this channel for those of y'all who dropped those in the comment section of our last video. Now, before we begin, do not forget to annihilate the like button on your way in. And also don't forget to click on that subscribe button along with that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. So let's begin. Right off the bat, the market right now is putting up a fight. It is. It's not. It didn't drop below 3,600. It's been trying to hold this 3650 level for quite some time, and I think that it might succeed. I do. If it wanted to drop ferociously, it would have done so on, like it would have been down by a lot already. So I think that Monday may be a good day for, well, not Monday. Today is Monday. I think that Tuesday may be a solid day for the Bulls. I think that we jump, and the reason why is because in the last 3 day holidays that we've had, I mean, for those of you who have been subscribed to the channel, the sentiment is usually bullish, especially right around on the day, like on the Tuesday. We were trading Chinese stocks. Obviously, yeah, for y'all who didn't see those, definitely check those out. We were expecting some gap ups, which eventually kind of happened and followed through right after through the holiday and right after that. So I think that that today or tomorrow, I would say, would not be a terrible day. So, and a lot of stocks have been beaten down, and there are quite dangerous levels to be extremely short bias. So, I'm going to be long bias and tell you guys that my opinion for Tuesday is bullish. All right, so watch the SPY for a move up to 3850 by like Wednesday, somewhere in this zone. All right, somewhere in this zone. Now, the stock that y'all should be keeping on your watch list for a crazy move tomorrow, that stock is XPEV. All right. Now, the reason why I want to share this one with y'all is because of this. It's trying to make a fight. It's trying to recover, right? It's a Chinese EV stock, but the reason is really really simple. It's actually right there. If you change this thing, the time frame to the 4 hour, you can clearly see that there is a bullish pennant on there which broke out. It's right here. It's right there. It was very difficult to see on Thursday until the jump happened. Like until this jump happened, it was hard to see the whole structure. But it jumped and then it held its gains and then it just started to like grind up slowly. I don't think this is done yet. I think it can move up to $31, maybe even $32. Now, something that y'all want to keep in mind, I can't say the same about the other Chinese stocks. All right, the other Chinese stocks are not looking so crisp. They're really, really not. They're looking kind of suspect, and I don't think that if XPEV has a big move, I don't think the other Chinese stocks will have such a drastic move as well. All right, but this structure is really, really clean, and definitely keep it on your watch list. Some of you are probably wondering about Neo, so let's address this thing right now. So with Neo, is the structure that great? It's decent. It's decent. It's trying to get above that previous level right here, and it did so on Friday. All right. If we open up higher, I mean, right now the Nasdaq and the SPY are up by 1%. So meaning that these little stocks, they tend to do a lot better at the open. They might open by like maybe 1.5 to 2% even. And Neo might open up at $21. And there may be a massive push at the open, right? So definitely keep the Chinese EV stocks on your watch list. Again, like I said, regarding the rest of them, like Babo for example, Babo didn't have such a good Friday. Like it opened up and then formed a bearish pennant right out the gates. Actually, no, it wasn't this one. It was the KWEB, the Chinese stock ETF, which is, let me show y'all really quick. KWEB, yeah, which was like right there. When this happened, then Baba and like Baidu started to collapse, like all of them. But will this thing recover? It may. I think it may. We're gonna go with Baba. I think it may, even though Friday was so nasty for the stock, I think it may jump a little bit and then slowly try to make its way back up above $113. So that's my thoughts on XPEV and why y'all should keep it on your watches. Pretty simple. All right, now let's talk about you guys' stocks of interest. The first one that we're going to talk about, this one may have had earnings earlier, is Oracle. All right, now, yeah, it did have earnings. So Oracle had great earnings. The stock pushed massively from $65 all the way up to 71, and it couldn't quite keep up its gains. Now, something that you want to be cautious of is that it left a gap down here. It took a while for Facebook to fill its gap when it had earnings. And the Facebook earnings also looked exactly like this one. Let me show y'all. Let me go on a monthly. So we got Meta. And then we're gonna do, okay, all right. So we got Meta right here. And then we're gonna do the daily right there, right? So it took like a really, really long time to get that low. Like it really, really tried. Like it went halfway and then it went back up again, playing with people's emotions. And then eventually it filled it completely later on. All right, but with Oracle, it may or may not do so as fast. Like if it opens up at 65 and has a massive push, I'm sure a lot of people would love it. Like if we open up here and then we form a bullish engulfing candle, that could be an indication that we're going straight to $75, all right, before we start slowing down again. So this would be best case scenario in my opinion. That's what I would want to see, especially for like a day trading opportunity. Yes, the daily looks like it could be a bullish engulfing candle, but intraday is what I'm mostly like, what I would mostly focus on, what it looks like intraday. That would kind of make it easier on whether it would be a good decision to go in for a day trade to the long side if this is to be tomorrow. All right, so that's my thoughts on it. Long term, long term, it really all depends on the overall market. Again, it's been going down. It's been on the downtrend for 6 months, so we'll see. We'll address this one a little later. The next one that we're going to talk about in today's video is ADBE, another stock which had earnings. Now this one right here, the gap at 325 didn't get filled. I told you to watch it for that potential drop to there, but like out the gates, it did exactly like the aftermath of ADBE was exactly the same as NVIDIA. Again, for those of you who remember that, NVIDIA had the same reaction for earnings. It dropped, right? And then it did this, right? And then out the gates, massive amount of buyers pushed not just NVIDIA, but the overall market higher. Like for those of you who remember that, just drop it in the comment section if you do. I've talked about it before. I showed y'all that. And y'all even watched my opinions before the day even began on the video. So the same thing happened again on this one. Is it going to fall immediately? I don't think so. I think it's going to go to 380 first, and then maybe later it might roll over. But for right now, yeah, it's looking quite bullish. But that gap at the bottom will fill eventually at 325. It's a matter of when. All right, there's two gaps. There's one right here at 385 and there's one at 325. Which one will be filled first? I think the one at the top will be filled first before we drop. Okay, so the next one that we gotta look at, and the last one, is KO. I think long-term investors might love this one. All right, now KO has the tendency to do these things. Again, long-term investors love these spots right here. All right, they love it. This is what they wait for, and the stock has been generous enough to give them another one of these right here. All right, so again, long-term investors who love this stock, I'm sure the stock pays constant dividends, right? So If you love this stock, this thing is not going to zero. Obviously, it's Coca-Cola. If it dips even sharply, it will rebound just as fast as it dropped, right? This is a solid company, and long-term investors love those. So I think it's going to rebound. And if there is a massive collapse, this stock is going to be very strong and not fall as fast as everything else. If everything else was to fall, which I don't think it's going to do on Tuesday. All right, maybe like a few weeks, maybe things might get a little bit more dramatic. But for right now, just expect a bounce to $62. That is my honest thoughts on KO and all of these stocks. And that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button, the YouTube algorithm as always. Helps the channel a lot and allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel and you haven't done so already, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. If you haven't added me on social media yet, you can find me at Paul Nguma, at PATTERNOLOGY LAB, Instagram, and on Twitter. And lastly, if all of this is brand new to you, if you're interested in getting started in the stock market, there are some very basic step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Alright, step 1 to step 3, it only takes about 10 to 15 minutes for you to get set up with all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get some free stock for signing up with Webull using the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Nguma with PATTERNOLOGY LAB, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video.